Howdy folks, welcome back to the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie game for Sega Genesis. So we're going to take on Stage 2 with Kimberly the Pink Ranger. So, I know what you're thinking. Holy shit, the Pink Ranger, she must be your favorite, right? No. Sorry, normally yes, just the fact that her color's pink would be what makes her my favorite, but honestly, no, I don't know. What it is that there are so many kick-ass Power Rangers, and honestly, as far as Kimberly goes, she's one of my least favorite characters. I love all the characters. Well, kind of. Well, kind of. You see, eventually they get rid of my three favorite characters that were on the show. And so, the ones they replace them with, I really don't care for. We'll actually see them before you know it. But anyway, I should stop talking about that. This stage is by far the most bland and boring, so I apologize. The rest of the stages aren't nearly as boring as this one. Hey, I got a credit. So Kimberly's pretty much the same as Tommy. The only difference is that her weapon, as I'm sure you've been seeing, and you'll keep seeing, is that she uses a bow and arrow. This is actually probably the best charge-up weapon, because obviously, well, it's a bow and arrow. When you charge it up, it's going to be, you know, a ranged weapon. But it also pierces through enemies. So you're able to hit multiple enemies with one charge-up, and that actually probably makes it, like, the most useful of the charge-up weapons. Well, kind of. The timer in this stage is where you're probably going to have the most trouble as far as the timer goes. And as I mentioned, you don't need to worry about it. It just, your health slowly drains away once the timer reaches 0. I love these ooze guys, though. It makes me laugh, just their whole gimmick. They have huge dreadlocks, they're super muscular, but they're made out of fucking ooze. How does that work? I mean, it's the Power Rangers, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just saying. Just saying. You know, how the hell are there ooze people? I don't understand. Maybe I should talk about Ivan Ooze, because, believe it or not, the first stage was probably the last time that we're actually going to see Ivan Ooze. No, I'm serious. Because this game is based off of the movie, the Power Rangers never truly fight Ivan Ooze, which I think is just terrible. Come on. Again, I said this in part 1, the movie's nothing fantastic. The movie game here, though, is fantastic. The actual movie isn't, though. They never actually fight Ivan Ooze. Ivan Ooze is supposed to be this super evil enemy, like this really badass overlord character, and honestly, he doesn't come off as that at all. He's not intimidating in any way. There's nothing really, like, badass about Ivan Ooze. I don't know. Lord Zed, a villain that we're actually going to see before you know it, is, well, actually, we've already seen him. I forgot, he was in part 1. He got put into a snow globe. He's actually a shitload more intimidating looking. Holy fuck. But anyway. All the Power Rangers have what is essentially the exact same combo. They do punch, punch, little roundhouse kick thing. I think they punch again, and then they do a little whack with their weapon. Kimberly likes to stretch her weapon out, like hit them with the edge of it. I find that kind of funny. That's not something I'd ever expect someone using a bow and arrow to do. I don't know, I find that funny. So Kimberly's dinosaur in the original TV show of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, in the original arc, is the pterodactyl. I don't know if the pterodactyl has any weapons on it. I seem to recall it having a couple of laser cannons. There again, though, honestly, most of the dinosaurs and the Zords in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, a lot of them don't really have anything special about them. Only a couple of them do. Only a couple of them do. In the second arc, I believe hers is the Phoenix. Maybe it's Firebird. I don't remember. I didn't pay attention to... I didn't pay attention to the second arc anywhere near as much as the first. And here in the movie, or the third arc of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Her Zord is the Crane. Again, I don't know anything about it. Sorry, I was a casual fan of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. At least after the first arc. I love the first arc to death. After that, though, the second arc's okay, up until they get rid of my favorite characters. After that, like, fuck this show. I'm kidding, it's still enjoyable, it makes me mad. Oh, that's what I'm talking about, though, in part 1. You have such a huge health bar in this game that it's really hard to fucking die. It's really hard to die. So, even though your health slowly drains away when you run out of time, you don't need to worry about it. The life up medallions restore so much of your fucking health. See, look, I'm almost in the blue again. I was down in the red a couple of seconds ago. I'm almost into the blue again. This game is by no means something incredibly difficult or hard. Streets of Rage, a lot of people will probably say is better. I don't know what Super Nintendo beat-em-ups there are. Well, I know there are actually Mighty Morphin Power Rangers beat-em-up games on the Super Nintendo. But I never played those. This is the only one I played. Oh, look, my health is almost completely full again. See, this game's really easy. This is by far the most bland and boring stage, though, and I can't apologize enough. I don't know why. It's just, to me, this stage is so boring and bland. It goes on forever. I mean, come on, we've been here for 7 minutes now. That's insane. One thing I do find funny about the game, though, is that you've probably seen it in the background, but there are these buildings that have neon lights, you know, like stores and shit. They all say we need a hero. I don't know how the hell that would even work. Seriously, in order for that to work, they would have to have those lights made and have them installed while the city is being destroyed. For that matter, I don't get this whole level in the context of the actual, like, story, I guess. I guess you could say that. In the actual story. Because why the hell are we pissing around fighting all these little ooze minions? Let's just get in the fucking Zords and beat the shit out of them. Just squish them, come on. Anyway, there's the "We Need a Hero" sign right there. I find it funny that that's there. Oh, you can also throw your enemies, which is very helpful. It does a lot of damage. It's a very good thing to do. You can also throw them into each other. I mentioned this briefly in the first part, towards the beginning in fact, but you have a lot of control over the characters in this game. You can do a lot of different moves, and I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Oh, there's that too. That's actually going to be an especially useful move later on in the game. Basically, you jump straight up, and then at the height of the jump, you push the attack button, and then you do this weird-ass mid-air cartwheel kick thing. Oh, thank God, though. That stage is 8.5 fucking minutes. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it's the time everyone's been waiting for. Time for us to pick a Zord. We're gonna go off strong with the Falcon Zord. Why? Well, I feel it's fitting. I want to show it off. The Zords, unlike the characters, can actually guard. They have a guard button. When you push the C button, that's it, the C button. Or actually, I believe it's the jump button. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't care. You will actually guard. They still have combos. The Falcon Zord's probably the best of those two Zords that were available, in all honesty. Its charge up is pretty shit, but its dash is so fucking great. When you dash, you actually fly through enemies and do damage. The dash is all kinds of kick-ass. And yeah, you can guard. You can still grab shit. You can't jump, obviously. Well, plus, we're playing the Falcon Zord. How the hell would that work? There again, though, I don't really get how the Falcon Zord stays in the air. Anyway, we are taking on Hornitron. In fact, we're almost done. Hornetron's really fucking easy. It's nothing to worry about. Scorpitron, though, is a bitch, just because I always have a hell of a time fucking fighting this thing. Mostly just because he's so hard to fucking hit. I don't know why, I just have a hard time hitting him. He's still not hard, he doesn't do that much damage. I mean, come on, it's the first boss of the game. And you do so much damage to them, it's crazy. I love the dash, it's so much fucking fun with the Falcon Zord. Anyway, Scorpitron likes to jump around. As you've been seeing, he likes to shoot energy pellets. He does other stuff, too, that I can't remember. He's all around just a fucking bitch. Fucking hate Scorpitron. He's just annoying to try and hit. He does so little damage that, even though I'm doing a shit job fighting him, you're probably not going to die. You're probably going to do better than I am. Throwing these guys does a shitload of damage and works so much better than doing the combo, in my opinion. Boy, when I joined, I didn't think things would get this rough, Rocky spoke. That's because you're a fucking dumbass, Rocky. No kidding. Remember when we joined? Well, we'll see what it was like when they joined in Part 3.